Hey, how's everybody doing out there? You like fun? I hope so, because we're going to have a good time. What is going on, Mr. Rushing? How are you? Saying hello on to everyone on Twitch. How are you? Drops are enabled. Hopefully you're getting those. And everyone on the YouTube side as well. We're going to be trying to hustle our way into the Gladiator Circuit today. That is the plan. That is the goal. We'll see if we get there. We'll see if we get there. The bright side is, if we don't get there, there might be a stream this weekend. But you know what? There might be a stream this weekend even if we do get there. Out of curiosity, as you all are joining in and filling out, do you watch streams either day of the weekend? Saturday's better, Sunday's better, or someone who's considering starting to stream on weekends as well? I'd be really interested in hearing that. Miku, what is going on? Love that emoji, man. Love that emoji, the Kushala Deuces. What's up, Arnold? How you doing? Straight Rain, dude. Wow, I like that name, man. I like that name. I got to tell you, the age I am, that makes me think of basketball, man. It makes me think you're a baller, dude. Let me know if that's the intention there or if it's something else. I'd like to hear that. All right, Arnold, the 69th. The 69th of his name. What is going on, Cypher? How are you? How are you? B, what's up? Hildendorf, how are you, buddy? I want to, before we jump, when we will get into Battlegrounds, there's one thing I kind of want to talk to everyone about very quickly, because I see a lot of confusion. Actually, there's very little confusion, but I see some confusion on this in relation to the Masteries video that it did recently. And I also know a lot of people, and it's fine. Trust me, I get it. Like, I listen to podcasts and sometimes I hit the speed up button and I do it too. Okay. This is not a complaint. I'm not about to lecture everybody, so do not worry about that. All right. Is the whole preface there of showing my mastery build was to talk about those masteries. And also it's a very clear, and you may have missed this part, but I said it multiple times, is like, this is because of how I'm playing and running Okoye in competitive modes. I think if you're not doing that, you probably want to make some adjustments. And we talked about some of the adjustments to possibly make. And I talk about other masteries that really, really great high skill, like tier 1, celestial, like 1, like type players are running. Because I wanted to educate everyone on all masteries so you can figure out what's best for you and that sort of thing. The one that I want to kind of I want to get on this. And even I, the first time it was asked, I was like, wait a minute, hold on. And then I went and I talked with the Illuminati and they're like, no, here's how it works. I was like, okay, that's how I assumed and all this stuff we're going to just very quickly. And then you all got to carry the word out though, to your alliance mates and everyone. Okay. This is parry. And you can see I'm only running 1 of 3. And I was very hesitant to do this. I had been running 3 of 3 for seriously, probably a decade. Is a well-timed block right when attackers reduces damage by an additional 15%. Remember, the damage is already being reduced, so now it's an additional 15%. If contact is made by a basic attack, inflict a stun debuff. Cool, that's parry, right? And it's for 1 second. And then the stun duration increases by up to 0.5% with perfect block chance. I don't want to criticize the way that sentence is written because I'm not sure how I would write it more clearly. But what it's saying there is that the possible stun duration benefit that you're getting from parry is completely reliant on the perfect block chance, which is outrageously low to begin with. It for someone like me, I tend to like more guaranteed things in this game. I would never even recognize that the stun duration has come in, and even then, it comes in very low. So what you're really getting from multiple parts of parry is from 15 to possibly 25%, as far as I'm concerned. When I think about like how I'm valuing it, 15 to 25% additional reduction in damage, which is already very high in relation. So for me, that 10% is not that big of a deal. It might be for you, and I think that's personal choice in how you're playing. I think this came with the advice of Old Man Easy, and there was a couple others. And I apologize if you were part of the group on my Discord that was like, hey, consider taking points from parry, because you guys had to really talk me into it, because I was so concerned about now parries causing a lot of damage, which they will in the Invade meta that we're about to see if I try to parry. But in general, I have not noticed much of a difference at all in Tier 3 War, in Gladiator Circuit Battlegrounds. You guys know this stuff, right? And then in Stupefy, this is the other one that I think people are really struggling with. And I get it. This is why I did the video. And this is why I'm explaining it is they're like, so why do you have the 3 of 3 in Stupefy? It feels like it'd be better to put those points in parry and get the damage reduction and get the elongated stun. Well, we talked about the elongated stun is only coming up at a very minimal amount of times. And I don't know if it's going to happen or not, right? And then additionally, the damage reduction, sorry, Twitch. I'm starting to learn how to Twitch a little bit better. And they just showed me something about ads. And I'm like, well, no, don't run an ad. Why would you run an ad right now? So I'm starting to get better on the Twitch side, but it caught my attention. And the additional benefits from Stupefy are guaranteed. They're going to last 0.5 seconds longer. And so I like that. I rely on that. I'm not the quickest player. You guys know that. And so having that, just knowing that the stuns will last longer is a big deal for me. And so that's why. So if you watch that Masteries video, or you have questions, or maybe you didn't watch it all and you're like, oh, that's really interesting, or you see people talking about it, because that video is doing well. I'm sure it's going to do very well over the course of the year. People are often wanting to know about Masteries. You can help inform them, and I would really appreciate you guys carrying that word forward. If they want to put it in parry, that's fine. I don't think there's an objectively you're dumb or whatever for doing it. It's just the way you're playing. How's it going to benefit you, which is the whole point of this. Great to see you today. Really enjoyed the video on New Falcon. Dude, thanks, Two White. Yeah, he's awesome, man. I just don't think he's going to pop off in Battlegrounds. War is so dictated by like the tactic and the defenders and all that stuff. We know who's good now. We don't, like Serpent's going to keep being good. Bastion's going to keep being good. These like second tier champions, we don't know. And I could see Falcon being really awesome for it, man. The utility and the stuff he's got, it's pretty fantastic. Yo, what's up, Mark? Marky, what's up, dude? From Switzerland. Thank you so much. Here's a cheese fact for you. I love cheese. How'd you know I like cheese facts, man? Yeah, I actually really love cheese, so that's awesome. Swiss people consume on average 22 kilograms per capita. Is that more or less than Americans? I'm curious. I remember, I don't know if it's actually true, but when I was a kid, there was this urban legend that that some non-American countries did not like being around Americans because they said we smelled like cheese. And it's like, as I say it out loud, I'm like, that can't be true, but maybe it is. I'm curious. This is also a long time ago. I was a kid many, many decades ago. Oh, dude, I don't think I've been doing my voting. I have been voting. When I did do my initial round of voting, I told you guys, whatever you guys put the most commented champion in the comments that video on, I would go with. And you all chose Pork Grind. I will say, Storm is not that far behind. And I put this, I think I've been saying in streams and on my Discord, I will not be surprised if Storm ends up winning, because there's a lot of anti-Pork Grind. There's a large anti-Pork Grind community out there. They just all haven't consolidated on one champion they want you to vote for. They seem very torn between Phantasma, who I will admit looks cool as hell, Storm, who also looks cool as hell, and I'm starting to see a lot of positives on the Colossus character. So I think once it's down to Pork Grind and one of those other champions, I think we could see a blob sort of upset. I'm not predicting it, I'm just saying the way voting and elections and things can go. You know, if Kabam had wanted to kind of rig it so Pork Grind would win, they would have just had one initial vote with all of the ones, and the popular champion would have won. But when you do it in like a tournament format like they're doing, you give the opportunity. I thought there was a bundle. I was curious about the bundle. If you guys see the bundle, you know where it's at, let me know. But when you allow like a tournament format, so to speak, like they're doing, or a narrowing down, you allow the most popular candidate to possibly lose, because the anti-popular candidate group can kind of consolidate around the single one. So, and there's a large anti-pork grind community out there. They're very angry people, man. They hate pork and they hate grinding. I don't know. I can't understand that. As a dairy farmer, eat all the cheese you can. I love cheese, man. I'm a big fan. And if you're really a dairy farmer, that's awesome. Thank you very much. That's awesome, dude. I enjoy your content daily. Which synergies would work better for Century? I honestly have no idea, Miku. I'm sorry. Phantasma must win. I do like Phantasma. I do like Phantasma, man. Dread, what's up, dude? What is going on, man? How are you? Are you about to stream? Let us know what you're doing, man. The people want to see it. The people want to see it. I like pork grind until they made him skill for some reason. Now I really have no preference. I do think that is good. Like on the element of informing people, right? I do think it's good because I know I assumed it too, that I thought it was Spider-Ham who was attached to a symbiote. I think that was a reasonable assumption based on the look of the character. But it seems like that is not the case. And I will admit that my enjoyment of pork grind went truly down to just being able to say pork and grind on YouTube and in videos and in streams and have it be totally normal and reasonable to say that thing. All right. I have decided a couple more deck construction things here is I want to put Deadpool X-Force in. I was watching Benito and Ham stream last night. Dread, you didn't stream last night, did you? Or at least you didn't when I was available to watch a little bit there and hang out. I didn't see you. But I saw Deadpool X-Force come into play a couple times, and I was like, you know what? I'm lucky that I haven't had to face that situation yet. And I think he would come in very handy for me. And so I think shoot, I should put him in. I'm not sure who to put him in for because Nefaria, Atuma, and Dust and Domino are all rank 3s. None of them have been like insane for me. I do think Domino might be going to rank 4 in today's stream. We'll see. I'm still sitting on 3 rank 4s to do. I think we're going to remove Nefaria because I've actually been banning him. So I think we'll do that. I've seen people still do really well with Okoye. Let's just see how this goes. And then maybe it's time to rank. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Let's just see how this goes. You can see I have a variety of champions I still could rank 4 that are obviously excellent champions. So where's my goat Zemo? I only got him at rank 3, man. This is I didn't stream last night. I was tired. Yeah, I imagine, Dread. You've been streaming a lot, man. Y'all know how I talk about, and I've been saying this for years. Hopefully, if you've been watching, you know that whaling in this job, in this game, it's a full-time job. Like, you don't whale for one event unless it was this last banquet, and then have like an advantage for the next 4 months. Like, it gets deteriorated almost immediately. It's like driving a new car off the parking lot. Like, the advantage just plummets faster and faster. So you like have to keep whaling. And so not whaling for, even though it was only like 3 or 4 months, like compared to the accounts I face now, I feel it. I see it. I feel it. So I don't have everyone up at rank 4. I can't rank 4 willy-nilly. Speaking of which, I do need to ban though. I do need to ban champions. I have no idea how to fight Lizard, and we'll get rid of Nefaria. I know it can be frustrating. Like, once I'm in the Gladiator circuit, I'll probably find it more annoying. At the moment, I like a deck with a bunch of 6 stars that obviously doesn't have the account size I do. I mean, I assume so. Has just as good a chance of winning. And I like metas like that. This is our warm-up round, so we'll warm up, have fun. Wow, you already have JJ? Yeah, dude, so my alliance, we're not, I mean, obviously we are, but we're not a prestige alliance or anything like that. We got 14th in Banquet. We were all like, we started to see the numbers, and so some people started to piece it together that it could be happening. But to still see 14th was just mind-blowing. And so I had the chance to select any of those trophy champions. And while I do think Weapon X is the best one, I was really, but I already had him. And so I was like, dude, I have a chance to get Jessica. I am taking her. Like, I'm doing that. No doubts. I am hyped to do it. And I even took her straight to rank 4. All right. Doing good. Hogan Dwarf. Yeah, going back on this, there are a lot of reasons for different people to dislike pork grind. I think the ones I've seen, I don't tend to follow like the lunatics, But the various people I've seen on like Twitter or YouTube or in my Discord spaces, I get it. Even though I don't feel the same way, I do fully understand why they have the issues that they do. Let's do this. I want to screw around, have a little fun. I really am debating Domino to rank 4 today, Sinister to rank 4 today. William was suggesting Cassandra Nova. I don't think I'm going to learn how to play her exceptionally well in the next like 2 to 3 weeks, so I don't think it's going to be her, but I see it. I see the vision, and I appreciate the knowledge share from him. I was referring to your comment on Americans. Oh, shit. Well, it's hard when I go back in a chat. That's not your fault, man. JJ, that's right. You did put 3 J's in there. That's my bad. Yeah, dude, he's pretty awesome. Let's see here. I kind of did this to myself now, didn't I? Not focused in enough. I thought I had taken Stark Spider-Man, but I took Domino. I remember doing that now. Cassandra Nova all day, and she's going to be top. So that's what William was saying, Dread. Because I was like, I would like to take someone up that's going to be good for the next 2 metas. I was kind of starting to narrow in on Sentinel and Domino. Yeah, we'll see. You can some of the rust is really falling off. I can feel it just in streaming, like the intercepts and stuff there. Oh, what did they have? Oh, they had Carolina. I wasn't paying enough attention. But that was cool. It was cool to see Captain Britain do okay. But I can tell some of the rust is falling off. Dust is still going to get me, dude. That dive down she's got on her dash has always been a problem for me. All right. Nasty Enchantress. might need to go back to banning her. I forgot about her. Go send in Cassandra, bro. Immediate impact on the deck. Why Cassandra this meta? Like this current invade. What am I missing? Is it about like her defensive impact? Dread, if you're still there. Moving Swiss cheese facts to Twitch. Thanks, Marky. Average annual cheese consumption, Switzerland 51, US 40. Man, that should have been a win. What about the different states of the US? I bet you there's some states that eat more than others. We got to pump those up, America and their rookie numbers. That's what I was thinking. Bob. Oh, I'm sorry about that. If you can keep it from getting too bad, let us know why that is happening to you. Let me know. I'm very curious about that. That's an interesting to jump into a chat and say. What's up, Hicks? How you doing, bud? All right. Hicks on both sides. What's going on, man? I got you in on stereo. That's awesome. She essentially never gets hit with her heavy charge. It's like the same mechanic with Kate and Spider-Woman, and the SP2 root and block is wild. Is she a dual threat? Does she have any defensive capabilities besides her potential heavy? Like when I fought her, I've only found that like her desire to sometimes heavy out of what feels like nowhere has been the issue. All right. Okay, no Enchantress, which is good. What's the Void all about? I'm seeing Voids in decks. And I don't know why that's happening. I don't know if it's just people have him because he's a good champion and so they've put him there. Or what? Serpent and Thanos and Nico are banned. Interesting. Let's go start. The class cat for cash finally showed up. Oh, thanks, work. I'll take a look at it after this one. RE Void, hitting into block matters, so you're not building combo. Oh, got it. Okay, that makes sense. Do you think Spider-Woman is offer worthy after? Yes, absolutely. Yes. Like, no doubts, for sure. In my opinion. Dread, in some meta, she's a dual threat, but in this meta, not many defenders are good, you know? Yeah, it feels like the good defenders are absurd. Okay, we'll try this. And... I'm trying to decide between Jack and Nim. I want to just test Nim. I want to see how it feels. I think Jack was the smarter play for sure. Let's see here. Gotta go there. I think Cat Brit. Yeah, might regret not taking Cassandra. She's been like a security blanket for me this whole meta. I respect the shuffle and the victory track. Nice, dude. Nice. All right. There might be... I might need to reconfigure my deck. I think as I'm making my way through the victory track, I'm experiencing more champions, more defenders than I can ban that I find problematic that my deck is not set up for. Like so. I have no idea what to do. I basically have to hope Kindred pulls something out of his ass. My voice just because I like him? Yeah, I mean, he's a good champion, so I can see it. Wow. I'm hoping for him to heavy. Wow. Did not expect a parry to land. Or to stick. I think we got a shot. Yeah, Kindred, man. Like, just like menacing defenders in this meta. Just absolute menace. Did we supposed to do? Getting used to, Dread, if you're still there, dude, I realize you might not be. When you're on Twitch, are you using their stream manager? I just literally discovered it today. And it feels superior, but I was used to the... I was watching it through... I was not expecting that. They threw me for a loop. You My One. I like that name. That's a cool name. I might immediately regret not having Jack. I want to think about how to do this with Nim. I'm trying to figure out if it's worth it to land an initial parry. Dude, that step back was... What is going on, Sinister? We need you to not do that. Why is Red Skull so toxic? I mean, look at the guy. Because you can't hit his block, or is that more rhetorical? It might be a more rhetorical. My dogs are barking like crazy. That's always fun when you're trying to concentrate. You hear the doorbell ringing, your dogs are going ballistic. You're like, is the house on fire? Has someone broken in? Am I in danger? No, just a stranger walked by. Okay, good. Those kids were too loud out front. I agree. Yeah, you're using the stream manager? Okay. It seems significantly better. It's funny. It's like every day I stream, I find out some new cool thing about Twitch. Greetings from Vancouver. Hey, what's up, dude? You have an amazing city. On your BG rankings for Dual Threat, you had Sentinel 9 and Yondu 8. Any further thoughts or changes of mine? No? If you could ask, like, if you could provide more details or something like that, let me know. I'd appreciate it. That'd be great to know. But no, I feel pretty good about those, actually. Not intending to sound dismissive. I realize it could sound dismissive, but I don't, yeah. All right, let's see that deal. Let's take a quick look at the deal. I'm still not seeing it. Maybe I need to refresh the game or something. Or maybe it's purely for units or something. I don't know how to do this stuff, dude. I don't know. It's like, I might as well buy these. Although I think we've already got the boss down. Hopefully you guys saw how crazy Joaquin Torres is. Work, if you're still there, do you know where this deal is? It'd be nice just to look at it. What's up, People Champ? How you doing, man? Are you on Twitch now too, dude? It's hard to find people on Twitch. I go to the Marvel Contest of Champions thing or whatever, and here, we'll restart it just so we can look at it. I'm not going anywhere. Just gonna restart the game. But I'll go on Twitch because I'm trying to find everybody, right? So I can follow them and all that. And I'll go under like the Marvel Contest of Champions like header, and like I didn't realize Yusafa was on Twitch, and I like had literally looked for him on there and I couldn't find him. So if you're on there, let me know. Obviously, I'll give you a follow and all that. Battlegrounds exclusive thing is so trash. The event. Yeah, we talked about this a little bit yesterday, dude. Sayan Jin, is that you from Discord? I realize Twitch names and YouTube names and Discord names don't always completely line up, but that looks like you. All right, let's look at this deal. Shoot. I mean, we all knew this was coming, right? Oh, shoot. For those who didn't see my video on the that amazing deal, and it is an amazing deal that Kabam had put forth. The fact is, it still even available? Where is it? It's got this store is so unruly, dude. Like, I don't know. Where is that deal still available? Does anyone remember where the hell it is, dude? The like you spend units and I don't know. I'm tired. I can't find it, and I don't want to waste y'all's time with me looking for it. Rank up section, thank you. And I was like, this is good, but because of not having the tier 6 class catalyst or tier 5 class catalyst, I'm not going to be like, they're going to go to waste. And then people pointed out, they're like, well, no, you can buy, and then you can do the exchange. And I was like, I am not going to go on the internet and tell people to do that, because come on, we all know Kabam's going to do something. And sure enough, if you're not familiar, they have limited it, right? I think, again, I don't know where all these deals are, so I apologize for that. But the ability to like exchange the catalyst for one for another is, I think it's now limited to like 20 a month or something like that. So rank up, yeah. So I mean, do with this what you will. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I will analyze it, because I do tend to focus on growing my account tall, I guess would be the term. As far as like rank 4, like, when I do sales, I tend to purchase the things. If there's a selector, I'll focus on the highest ranks. One, because it's helpful for Battlegrounds, but also as a YouTuber, people tend to enjoy seeing videos of the champions at their highest rank. So that's one of the main reasons why I do it. That being said, like going through the EQ and stuff is boring as hell to begin with. But I don't have that many like rank 2 champions or rank 3 champions. So to round out my roster, it might be helpful. And then I guess also Kabam's been talking about like that Fortress Assault, which does sound like, I'm hopeful for it. I hope they do something really cool with it. And that seems like that'll be kind of a roster test too, I assume, right? Damn, you streaming again? Are you also streaming on Twitch? Yeah, I am. Yeah. Give me a follow, my friend. You don't have to follow, but I think it's helpful, right? I'm still learning the Twitch. Oh, man. Okay. All right. A little taste of my own medicine with that rank 4 6200 kindred there. Dark Phoenix may have to go. This is kind of, I was talking about, whaling is a 24-hour, 7 days a week, 365 job, dude. Get that Yondu out of here, and I think the Enchantress, which means I still need to deal with Red Skull. I think it might be time for some deck adjustments from me. And that, because that dust is still there too. They got rid of my Nico. They've got Corvus. Yeah, this is a smartly well-constructed deck. My deck's a little bit more slapdash, a little bit more. I find these champions fun. But that's okay. We can make this work. We can do this. Yeah, we'll do Cat Britain. So yeah, I mean, there's just a lot. Like, this is why and I'm enjoying. If I'm going to be streaming, like, I want to have fun, talk with you guys and all that. I ain't hitting C1 anyway, right? I ain't hitting Celestial probably. It's been a long time since I was hitting Celestial. I got a lot of matchups to relearn before we get into that sort of territory. But I do want to do well, and I want to have fun with the streaming. So ranking up for that, and helpful for videos too. It feels a little early to go dust. I also haven't been using Lumatrix nearly as much as I thought I would. So I'm wondering about if it might be Luma's time to go. I can't believe I let a rank 4 Sig 200 Valkyrie sneak through. Yeah, okay. I was like, their Cassandra's gonna show up. I feel like they got me. With this meta, I'm not gonna give up, but all right, let's see. Gridfield, what's up, buddy? Yeah, go ahead and put that in the like the Discord or something. That's pretty sweet, though. I hope you like it. What's it of? How many times can you hit Thanos' block before he goes unstoppable? I can't recall if it's its own separate thing or if it plays into his counter. Horror realism stuff. Awesome, dude. Throw it up on my Discord if you don't mind. Shoot. That resist was not kind. Damn, I was hoping for a better result there. I haven't tried that matchup at all. Yeah. That score surprises me. There's something about that matchup I don't understand. Thanks, Goodfield. That's cool. Yeah, I think we've lost. Yeah, Thanos doesn't mess around, dude. No, I don't read the Twitch comments. All right, here we go. You need to follow to get the twits on drops? Is that true? I didn't think that was true. I mean, I appreciate the follow regardless, but I didn't know if that's true or not. Does Hulkling damage seem to be underwhelming? I don't know anymore at this point. I will say when I've played him, it hasn't felt as like what I would have thought it would be. But I don't know. I'm waiting for Kabam to like fully address it and say it, and then I'll almost certainly make a video on it regardless. I just want them to address it, like fully address it, you know. So I'm stream if you want. I'm Mike Grinfield. Thank you very much, and I think you can understand why I not just immediately saying like, yeah, I'll definitely show it on stream. I feel like I know you and stuff, so I'm not like worried about it, but I just want to be careful. So thank you, I appreciate it. All right. Nah, you just need to follow for drops. I just did something horribly wrong. What did I forget? What did I forget? Oh, I only got 8 of the thingies. So I just flubbed that. That's cool. That's the whole reason why I put Deadpool into the deck. Cool. I deserve to lose. Yeah, thanks guys. Unbelievable. Let's see the tattoo. Oh, no, is that you? Hey, nice fight, Aaron. Yeah, well, hey, you did better than me, so you deserve to win. Good job. General gaming. Uh-oh. I see my Discord now talking about slaps in the face. Yeah, let's check this out. Let's see, how do I do this? Very cool, dude. How long? You said little? How long did this take? That doesn't look very little to me, man. That's awesome, buddy. Congratulations. All right, I gotta try to play a little bit better, man. My day is going great, Kobe, but I think we're like 1 and 2. My opponents are playing pretty well. I gotta look at my deck here, dude, because I feel like I think it's time to take up. Atuma's just not doing his job. So I think we need to take out Atuma and take up, I think Domino and Sentinel. I'm curious on your guys' thoughts. I'll do one more round with this current matchup, and then we'll take 2 champions to rank 4. Let me know who you all think. But I think it's Sentinel. The Cassandra one makes a lot of sense to me. I just don't know how to play her. I could also bring in, I could just put in Red Skull because he's been a problem. All right, let's do one more round and then we'll make the adjustments. A Sentry and Zemo? Koya does always cook. She's good. Oh, dude, Dread. It's not about not I trust you, man. And I did see it. It's I'm not gonna be able to put her in now and play her well. You know what I mean? I mean, you saw what I just did with Deadpool X-Force. Today ain't my day, man. If one thing is clear from so far, is that today is not my day. Today is not the day to try new things. Put me in, Coach. Hicks has got it. I like the can-do attitude. Oh, back on the whole team thing? Yeah, hopefully so here's the thing, man, is like I was playing him like I was on that guy and CCP test was like, holy crap, I can't believe they're putting this into the game. So I was so excited about him. Okay, she's gotta go. Gotta go. And that Domino's way beefier than mine. Serpent is gone. Kindred's gone. Hulkling's gone. Okay. Kindred's gone. I do like Dredd and William both saying it, have me really thinking maybe it's time to just kind of learn to play Cassandra. I like her. I don't think I have her at very high sig, though. And I'm kind of sitting on those stones. I think D Thanos for the dual threat nature. Nico and Kushala. I mean, Thanos is almost definitely being used on offense. Now almost 50% tattoo coverage. Oh, it's not small. Yeah, that was not small, man. I thought you said small, man. In fact, I think your original quote was a tiny little thing on my knee. I was like, oh, all right. What did you get? Like a little butterfly? We'll go Nick Fury, I guess. Cassandra, good to go at SIG 20? She's been cooking for you? All right, dude. All right. If People Champ, Dredd, and William are all saying the same thing, then in my experience, that means it is true. In my experience means it is accurate. I always tell people it's small and they get shocked at how... Oh, wait, now what are we talking about, man? You think Pavita worth the get in the stones? Yes. Dude, it looks like he's gonna be in the Titan, but like and I assume he will be, man, but as soon as we say I assume or they should be and it's not confirmed from Kabam, man, I get a little nervous. I get a little anxious, you know what I mean? Yeah. Get the daily event quest done. As far as getting the 7-star shards. Sorry, I realized I just kind of said that out of nowhere. What's up, Faith? How you doing, man? I was going to try to recruit BMG, but he started his own alliance. I hope the best for B. Yeah, I hope the best for him too, man. I caught that video today. And yeah, I hope the best for him. I hope the best for him, man. Yeah, I hope the best for him. Yeah. Awakening gems, dude, of free to play, I imagine are very difficult to come by. As this is one of those ones where, like, as a spender, they feel like they're just cycling through. That's why you seem like laugh off how many stupid skill ones I have, you know? I did that matchup a few rounds ago, and I was like, why do I not remember how to do this matchup? This is what I was talking about, Rust, man. It's gonna be rusty here for a month. I think probably a month or two, because it's not only going to be Rust, it's going to be like remembering or like learning how to do some matchups that are newer. Since I was really trying to push Battlegrounds a little bit, and I'm still not going to be trying to hit Celestial. I'm just not. But we'll be playing a lot more because I know it's enjoyable to watch Battlegrounds for streaming, and I want to stream. So it's gonna be a minute, man. It's gonna be a minute. Cooking or being cooked, a little bit of both, man. Little bit of both. You know how we do things around here, man. I don't like extremes. I like to keep things nice in the middle, man. All right. What's up, Sammy? How you doing, dude? Can you give me one of your? I would, dude. Miku, I would give it to you in a heartbeat, dude. You guys don't even know this because I was like, I just, you know how you like know sometimes. I was like, I know this is going to be skill, so I didn't even record it. Like I was like, I don't act with y'all, so I'm like, I don't even have the ability to go on stream and be like, I'm really excited. Hopefully, I can pull like, you know, a science one because we've got Blue Marvel coming soon, and I'm really excited about him. I was like, I won't even be able to do that. It'll be so obviously fake, and I freaking got skill. Like, look at this nonsense, man. I've awakened so many skill champions lately, and we're already back to 3 again. You can't make this stuff up, man. You cannot make this stuff up. Let me catch up on this. Oh, sorry, dude. Sippy, I because I was in the middle of the fight, or I was about to start. I didn't fully read your message. Best way to get 7-star awakening gems. I apologize. I thought you were saying 7-star shards, open crystals. Dude, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. To the best of my recollection, they don't sell them in any of the various like currency stores for you to be able to pick them up. I'd say just kind of complete content like Hilgendorf's saying. Sorry, man. Oh, I didn't realize it's Hilgendorf. He's a really smart player. He's saying that they are in the Radiance store. I mean, the Radiance does the Radiance is important. Dude, it looks like we just got a subscription from Beefernash. Thank you very much. That is huge. I really appreciate that. I think you know how big a deal that is to us streamers. So thank you. Oh, Dread, the one taking up Cassandra, and it's on purple, not red. Maybe that's who I need to ask. What? No, Dread knows their business, man. And they should be a moderator on this channel. Are they not? Oh, shoot, they're not. Yeah, Dread knows their business. Go follow him on Twitter, or well, if he's on Twitter, do that too. But follow him on YouTube and on Twitch for sure, dude. Like, my man knows his business for sure. You can, yeah, he knows what he's talking about. Can I get? I would give him away. You wouldn't even have to pay me. You wouldn't even have to like give me any. I'd just be like, here you go. Here, you can have it. Would you recommend awakening Nick Fury or Starkey with a generic? I've been on the like I think Nick Fury's on the back half of his prime for like I was a little early in predicting Nick Fury falling off. So I'm gonna stick with it and go with Starkey. Starkey's just ridiculous, dude. Ridiculous. And my Starkey's only like Sig 40, I think it is. And I think we saw one round here. I don't remember if we won or not. The guy still hits like a freaking truck, dude. And here's the thing is what was that like Wheel of Fate or whatever, the quest that so many people hated? He was one of my most used champions in there because he just hits so damn hard, dude. And he's got the stun. I love Starkey. I think he's one of the most broken champions in the game. It's just like where he's able to be broken. It's the game's so different now, man. The game's so different now. But I think Starkey's the one. I know Nick like becomes Nick Fury with the Awakening Gem. That's why I like hesitated, man. But that's my thoughts. First time I've ever subscribed to Greg. Dude, you have no idea how much I appreciate it. Thank you so much. The videos and your content. Thank you very much, man. I hope you feel like they've improved a lot in the last like 2 or 3 months. It's intentional, and that's the plan moving forward, man. We're gonna be helpful. We're gonna be as helpful and as entertaining as we possibly can be, man. And plan is to continue streaming, and it'll force me to get better at Battlegrounds, which I like. This is actually advice from KT. This is a couple years, maybe about a year or two ago, somewhere between a year and 2 years ago. This is back when like I would get into Celestial 6, and I started messaging with him a little bit, and I was like, dude, I can get here and I can stay here and I can tell I'm getting better. But like I'm having to play so much, and I don't know what he's doing nowadays, but the man's given me really good advice multiple times over the years I've known him. And what he said was only play on stream. He's like, because, you know, BGs can like suck you in, and it does for me. Like it's not addiction, but it hits that dopamine thing where I'm like, oh, I just want to keep playing. I want to keep playing. I want to keep playing. And like with the different like milestones and you know, oh, now I'm in Mysterium 1. I can get to Celestial. Oh shoot, I'm making my way up Celestial 6. You know, like that thing that happens. And what he was saying is like only play on stream. Only do it. Because like that will give you a firm end. And then go create your content. Yeah, like if something cool happens on the stream, obviously you can use it in content, but then go and create your content afterwards. And what I did is I tried it, but what I did is I started playing BGs less and less because I couldn't stream as much. So I'm hoping my intention is to stream significantly more in 2026. Y'all are seeing it happen. As long as this continues with Twitch, we're going to stream the hell out of this since it's fun. And therefore I'll be playing more BGs, but then I'll still have my time to create videos for YouTube and all that. If I've missed your comment or your question or something, y'all, you guys know me, you can repeat it. That's not spamming chat. That's just like you waited a couple of minutes, I didn't see it, and you get back to it. He's amazing on most content. KT, yeah, I watch his channel. I've never unsubscribed. I know at times I'll address the elephant in the room. I know at times he says some things that a lot of people don't like. I don't watch everything the guy does. So I have not seen everything. And I also know that I am misjudged a lot too. And so I'm not going to judge the man. I know what he's told me. I know what my interactions. So I'm not like saying I'd vote for him to be like a leader of the free world. I'm just saying like he's been helpful to me. That's all I know. And I'm not going to wade into the rest of that much more. Dumb question. Will Hulk specials have immense damage in this meta? Dude, I honestly... I kind of wanted to run him earlier for that very question. In fact, does someone want to... No. I said I'd do this. We need to do a friendly stream and test him. I was very curious about him because he'd be able to build his power so fast too. You completely agree with my thoughts on KT? Yeah. And it's really interesting. Like I've tried to learn a lot about like what I can comment, what I'm not. You guys know this. We've talked about this. Like I up until like literally like 3 months ago, 4-ish. Yeah, I think it's like 3. I never really thought of myself as a content creator, you know? I was just like a guy who enjoyed the game and played. And I think thinking of myself more as a content creator was very helpful, was very, very helpful to me in producing better content, more content, and having the right mentality and mindset going into this. And like me, the person, wants to like just be outrageously loyal and all this stuff. And I still am going to be loyal, but also kind of keep it in mind, like, dude, everyone's doing so many different things. There's no way in hell I can like completely endorse this or completely endorse that, or they're all bad, or like just stay away from that stuff because I have a platform. And I hope that makes sense. I don't want to get too far into it, but if you guys have questions, I'm happy to talk about it. What's up, Mike? How you doing, man? Craig. Oh, it's my first time catching you live. I didn't want to spam. That's okay, dude. No. Full on, like, spam is like, like, oh, gibberish, and then you write it like later, and then you're like, answer me. Like that's not fun. I don't enjoy that. Everyone else in the chat not enjoying that. But if I just don't see it, dude, please repeat it. Like, I ain't ignoring you. There's a lot going on these days. All right. I said I would rank 4 champ. I agree. If People Champ, who is another great channel who you should watch if you want to get better at this game, Dread, William, so many people are saying Cassandra. I ain't gonna learn how to play her right now though, so she will go up later. I think it's time to bring in Sentinel. I think it's finally time, man. You all know I'm not a Sentinel fan. He's clunky as hell, man. Oh, I don't have the tier 6 CC to do it. Let's see if I have a crystal. Looking for the tier 6 CC tab, dude. So many crystals, man. So many crystals. I bet you these annoy Kabamas as much as they annoy me when I'm streaming and doing this. Because, like, they haven't done it a long time. Do you guys remember they used to, like, purge crystals? Of course, we don't get any tech. They used to purge crystals off of accounts, right? Because it was, like, slowing down the servers and stuff. All right, we're so stupidly close. I've almost ranked Sentinel. This feels like it's finally time, dude. Scorpy has been crushing it with HB. He's a great champion, dude. There's no debating that, in my opinion. I'm aware of the width, and but you can play around it. You know, I've shown that at times. Doesn't mean I don't make the mistake. I do often. But also he just doesn't feel tailored to where they took like the mutant class with defenders. Like, he's the downside, one of the downsides of, like, you know, if you want to play competitively, what Kabam's doing with the magic box, magic lock thing. If you don't know what that means, let me know. It's a terminology I first heard from Volatility, and I really liked it. I like it a lot better than the sell the disease, sell the cure terminology, which I understand when people use it. It feels so extreme, but I can understand it feels that way to people too. All right, so let's put Sentinel in to the deck here. Let's make sure he is. Got the right stat focuses and all that. What is the right stat focus for Sentinel? I am a bit of a Sentinel noob. I've never liked him. Sorry, as I rank him up. He sucks. I hate him. Also, take him during 4. Let's do energy resist. Yeah. And attack. Crit? Do we want to crit? Does that feel right? Nah, Craig, I gotta learn how to play Cassandra, but she's probably going up. Clunk gang, dude, work. You know how I feel about Sentinel, man. He's so clunky, man. Should have ranked it War Machine, much better than Sentinel. I don't know if I can go out on that limb with you. Yeah. I did exactly what I said I would do, and I was having enough fun playing that I let my channel members vote, and I spent like $200. The channel memberships were way more expensive than I thought they were. Special damage? Okay, thanks, B4. And my channel members voted at an over 80% clip for me to start spending again. And we had a lot of discussions about it on my Discord and in streams. and people were like, "This is the game we play, dude." Like, so yeah, this is kind of what I was talking about as far as like accepting that I'm a content creator, you know. I am having fun, if for what it's worth. I am genuinely having a good time. And the spending sure as hell helps make videos. Like I did my no spend opening for what was the event before Banquet? Cyber Weekend. It was like one of my worst performing videos over the course of like 3 months, by far. People don't want to see it, you know? All right, I just want to refresh my memory on it. It's basically hit into block and throw the special two, right? But what does the heavy do? Does the heavy, it lands a shock? If also charges are less than 100% and on second intimidate debuff. The final hit inflicts a shock debuff, dealing energy damage. It sounds at 3 bars of power. It consumes a bar to. Oh, wow. So it's a way to keep yourself off 3 bars of power as well. I did not realize that. And then this unstoppable heavy is how people used to use him to take out Zola, right? That feels like more of a insurance policy this meta though. And what sig do I have this guy at? 40. Okay. No, crit rate is not going to be the go-to for all 7 stars. I think it's a good default to start with. One of my favorite examples of this is I love it so much I can't remember. Is Jean Grey. Now, like Cantona, who you guys know, like one of the best Battlegrounds players in the world, put out a video, and I hope he continues the series. I think he will. I feel confident he will. Of like the best mutant attackers or best mutants for Battlegrounds, right? He's really being Battlegrounds focused, which I think is smart, and I like it. I love it, actually. And I was hearing him give a different take on this for Jean in particular. I can't remember. I think he said special damage. I don't remember. I need to go and like really analyze the video. For me, I'm not as good at the game as he is. I want that shield to last. Jean's shield is so important to so much of what she does. And like even yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I made a mistake and she took a blocked hit from a Hulkling, I think. It was someone who does a lot of damage into block. And all it did was cost her shield. And I was able to keep the fight going. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, we won. And it was just like another example of how great her shield is. And so for me, when I play her, I prioritize keeping that shield at all costs. And so like that's the sort of like nuance and details you can really get into as far as, yeah, sometimes there's like a default best if they're being played like optimally at all times. But in my experience, I am rarely playing optimally at all times. You've seen me. You've seen my gameplay. With Sentinel, you also want SP1 to block this meta. Great damage for Invade, and also crazy. Thank you very much, Shogundor. Thank you, guys. I mean it. Even when he was like 6-star super meta, I did not like him. I was not very good at the game either, so that was probably part of it. Oh shit! I don't think I've got anything for Penny. I can feel the look of uncertainty on my own face as I look at this deck. How am I finding this meta? I think it's fun. I don't want to say like I enjoy all metas like this, but I am enjoying this meta, and I like metas where it's funny in the victory track. I like metas where a deck that's nowhere near as quote unquote strong as mine, like with 6 stars and stuff, can beat mine, or with like a bunch of rank 3s, something like that. I think that's cool. I think that's good for the game, you know, those sorts of things. Um, I understand also though why they could be outrageously frustrating to so many people. And if like let's say I'm like we get down to it and I've only got time to do like 2 matches and I lose them and we don't get into Gladiator Circuit, I'm sure I'll be frustrated. And if I'm trying to really compete in the GC, I'm sure again I'd get very frustrated and annoyed by that sort of thing. But at its base, I like this kind of stuff. I feel like this player really knows what they're doing. So I was tempted to take Mr. Knight and throw him on defense, but I don't think it was going to work out super well for me. Oh, dude, Moon Knight's he's been everything I hoped for and more. To the point where like I'm doing stuff with him and I can tell I'm nowhere near mastered him. I've nowhere near mastered him. But pulling off really cool stuff, dude. Really cool stuff. He's been great. Stinks here? I thought I smelled you, man. I like to smell in theory until becomes frustrating. Then the smell can go to the exactly. That's a joke I've made. Oh wait, hold on. I need to think. I don't want to mess up another Deadpool fight that I should win. Wait, how do I do this in this meta? The SB2, SB1 trick like won't work, right? I think I figured it out. If there's a better way to do that, you guys let me know, please. And oh, so that was another thing, dude. You know, we've been talking about the SIG on Deadpool and like what you need. Cantona was saying it's 160. I know we've been like saying I've been hearing it's 60. I've been hearing 80. I've been hearing 160. Cantona said 160, and I think we saw it play out that my SIG was not enough. Bullseye or Mr. Knight for the next skill rank 4. Oh man, I choose to trust Cantona. Me too. I choose to have my faith in Cantona. Okay, focus up, dude, before I lose a very winnable match. Being a numbnuts over here. I think we go for the win. I think we go aggressive and go for the win here. The Nimrod pick was for Nico. But it's time to get better at this. And the only way to get better is to do it. It's to practice. She is so stupidly tanky, dude. I will never not be annoyed by like how she like it. I think it's the adrenaline and like the color change on the health bar makes it feel like she has less health than she it must be because Nico Minoru lives at 0.01% more than any other champion in the game. And yes, even when I get that result, it still like drives me wild, dude. It still drives me freaking wild. Oh man. Anyways, that turned out well. Oh, great match from my opponent, by the way. Jeez. Oh my god. This meta can be work. Your comment on this meta can be so tilting could not have been more fitting with what we just saw. You're like, you know, you won, right? And I'm like, yeah, I know, but still. Oh. Hendros, this meta is so counterintuitive. Honestly, it's against the spirit of the game. I hear you, man, and I ain't gonna say you're wrong. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I'm finding this fun. I think it's also different getting to stream it and stuff. Back to the question of Bullseye or Mr. Knight. So Bullseye is very good. And we've talked about this for I think it's actually years now. That like, even when his defensive prowess starts to fall off, he's still a good attacker, right? Like literally just can't miss. The damage is respectable. I put it in that solid like B category. So I'm not upset or disappointed that I've taken him to rank 4 and I don't get to use him very much. Or like, you know, I mean, he's good in this meta. But you get my point. The reason why you're seeing me hesitate so much, and like you'll see Bullseye still ranked higher or more highly than Mr. Knight in a lot of my tier lists, but I'm still hesitating. A lot of it has to do with like Ascension and where it feels like Kabam's thinking about taking this game. I'm waiting. Like I check their forum posts like every hour, like no joke. Like if I'm working and at my desk, I'm checking like every hour because they said they were going to give us Ascension information. Like I think they said they'd give it to us in December. That has not happened. And not that will determine like everything moving forward, but if you take a look at kind of what they started doing last year, once we started learning about Ascension and what's come out this year so far, the champions do feel a little different. And they, to me, feel more tailored back to the class relationship. Like there's not a ton of champions that are going outside of the class. Damage feels a little bit lower. And we know that Ascension's coming. And so I would not be surprised if Mr. Knight is the kind of champion that they're going to either include in their Ascension and or is kind of where the game's going as far as like, he just shuts down so many of the science threats. Not all of them, but so many of them. And it moves more in that direction. So like, if you want to speculate and make like a future play, I'd go Mr. Knight. If you want to like, no, I'm more interested in like good now, usable now, like in this evade meta, I would go with Bullseye. I don't have sound on since I threw up this. I'm sorry. While I work, but I hope Vega got his pork grind votes in. Dante. Yeah, actually, I do need to get my pork grind votes out. Where do you even do that, dude? Where does one vote? If you guys could tell me where we vote, I will vote. I've already voted for pork grind the first round, but I said I'd do it. I will do the second one. He's just my Discord yesterday was giving me some shit, which I enjoyed because they were getting Depends ads. What I tried to explain to them was that ads are tailored to the viewer. I don't know. I'm just saying I'm not getting ads for Depends. Although now that I've said that so loudly, I'm sure my phone, signaled to Instagram and YouTube and Twitter and everything. They're like, he apparently has incontinence. Send him Depends. But it was you all getting the Depends. I just want to make that clear. Bullseye if you're toxic, Mr. Knight if you're epic. What if you're a little bit of both, Miku? Well, that's where I struggle with these things. Makes sense. Got to sell those ads. You guys got to tell me where I can go vote for Pork Grind, and I will go do it. I've already been voting for him. I will continue. I told you all I would do it. I will do it. If there's one thing you know for sure about me, it's if I tell you I'm going to do something, I will do it. See, I like that I need to ban this player's Yondu, man. I think that's cool. I think that's cool. They don't have a 7-star Yondu, but the meta makes it so there's something where they got a shot to punch up against big old blubbery whale me, you know? I like that. I think it's good. I think it's fun. But again, I fully get why a lot of people are like, this is the stupidest thing that's ever happened. In-game mail. Thank you, Brian. All right, we'll check that. Vega, you should read last. I refuse to read the last. EL, do you mind repeating it, buddy? I apologize. I'd be happy to. I'd be happy to read it again, buddy. Just repeat it. Ooh. This doesn't feel good. Did we decide that Massacre can or cannot take Sentinel? I don't remember. I would think he would be able to. I feel like I did a video on that like years ago. Yeah. I'm not, I'm getting good champions. I'm not enjoying my draft. He most definitely can. Okay. Thank you, Craig. I thought about taking Hyperion to rank 4. Faith. For some reason, my hype is still sitting at like rank 1. America clearly the best. What are we talking about? Okay. I'm doing very poorly. All right, let's go. Be careful of the dust. I'm gonna lose this one. My draft was very bad, and so I started chatting. I'll focus in and try to win, but it's not happening. You guys got me all on tangent with the Depends talk. That'll happen, man. Depends is a very exciting conversation starter. You know, if you ever like trying to hit on a girl or something like that, man, you just bring up Depends. Oh, it's gonna go well. Trust me. All right, here we go. I was gonna have faith in Nick Fury, but we'll see. I know there's a way to time that. You got to be really good at it, though. Oh, nicely done to them. I wonder if they were able to pull off the heal block. That's pretty cool. EL, thanks for repeating it. We'll get back to it as soon as it's over. Holy Dust eating those SB2s. Dust is. I'm happy to see Dust back doing her thing, man. She's a good champ. I'm done, right? Yeah, I think we're just done. Throw it. Yeah. Well, if I wasn't done before, I definitely was after that. All right, all right. Yeah, nice matchup, buddy. I could hear them do A emoji. I just don't know what it was. But cheers. All right. I said I'd get back to the question from Eel. Where is it? Hey, Feldenos, what's up, bud? Great to see you, man. I think I got an in-game friend request from you. I was doing friendlies, I think last week, or early this week, and I saw it and I accepted it. I'm pretty sure that was you. I recalled the name, the in-game name. Thanks for being here, bud. I enjoy playing Morbius. I saw your video on him about a year ago, and I was talking highly of him, and I don't think you do anymore. Is it because he needs Sig 200? No, essentially, in that video, I was showing like kind of what he could do, but that because it is a long time ago, you're right. Because of like the rigidity of his rotation and various things, and like what he did, and the defenders that were coming out, despite being really impressive, and I think I did a lot of that on the CCP map, and I wasn't trying to talk crap on the CCP map. Like, you guys know, I've asked them if I could come back to the CCP. Like, I want to go back because the testing map is phenomenal at being able to show things and test stuff. And of course, I would love my code. Like, that was a significant chunk of money. But I also am very aware and believe that, like, the CCP map is limited in what it can show you and what's going to happen when you truly get out into the game and try to do battlegrounds and go against like the opponent's masteries or nodes or things like that. Like, it's a great tool. It's just not like definitive of everything you're going to see. And so the thought on Morbius was, this looks great in this very controlled environment. In the game, you rarely are going to get this, and I'm seeing too much rigidity. I think it was his flow. At that time, I was really, the way we were doing scores, I was talking about flow a lot. His flow score was very low, meaning like the AI nodes and those sorts of things could throw him off of his loop significantly. I think he's a good champion. If you like him, have fun with him. but the game has grown so much, and then there's just so much that's out of your control that he's going to look great in this very like clean test environment. Where outside of it, I don't think he's going to be nearly as powerful. Thanks for giving some thoughts on that, Faith, and we'll get over here on the Twitch side. Carolina is so good. In fact, we would have won that. I mean, who knows? I hate saying we would have. My opponent played great. They beat me. Period. On the Carolina side, that fight could have gone a lot faster. We had some bad luck with the sun early on, like where it was placed and the meta itself. Like if I could have been more aggressive, or if I wasn't. Although, shoot, you know what? Carolina can block dust. Can Carolina block dust special too, and not get the sandstorm because of her own glancing? I didn't think of that until just now. If that's true, that fight should go a lot faster. And this is where my opponent played better. They beat me. We're just talking about Carolina now. I think that could have gone faster. Shoot, I didn't even think about that, man. I thought the whole stream was an ad for Vega's OnlyFans. This is one of those, you know how like they talk about like, you know, you start with one thing and then you slowly get an audience to the end goal. Ultimately, OnlyFans is where we're going, man. We were talking about that on the Discord. We're going to get in a hot tub, going to be cosplay as Bastion. Y'all are going to, trust me, you're going to like it out here. So many ads. I do feel like there's more ads on Twitch than YouTube. What's good? MCoC Gamer, thanks for being here, bud. Again, you mods and stuff, you all welcoming people. I really appreciate it. There's so many more people watching on Twitch that the chat is, there's a lot more chit chat, which is great. I love it. It's good. Please keep doing it. I'm not saying don't. And that's why I'm even more doubling down and like, go ahead and repeat yourself. It's not a big deal. Good old bag of shredded cheese is good for the soul. Yeah, man. We're still on the cheese talk, man. I love this. I see the question about the sunlight getting answered. No. So here's the thing though, is I think it's if you or the opponent is in the sunlight, you get that passive stun. If you don't, if you're not in the sun, you won't get it. So there was a couple of times there too. Again, I was a little hesitant with it because I wasn't sure if it was I needed to be in the sun or if dust would be in the sun would give me the passive stun. And I was trying to win, obviously. We played the game to win. We play to win the game. And so, yeah. No, dude, Serpent's great on attack. That was because of, I don't think his ramp up is allowed, right? I think Yelena kind of like cancels that out due to her shenanigans. But he's not a nuke, man. There's a reason why I believe we still have him listed as a defender in BG. He's not as a dual threat, but he's definitely a defender with some offensive capabilities. And outside of Battlegrounds, he's one of the best attackers in the game. Thoughts on Colosseum? I'm a big fan. I still think we will get back to Battlegrounds. We're just going to chat here for a few minutes. I still think strongly, like CCP or not, I'm still giving Kabam the feedback that, in my opinion, they really need to make the Alliance Coliseum 5 days. 3 makes it feel too grindy. Why make people ornery, dude? There's no reason. There's just no reason for this. I think 5 is a more than reasonable amount of time. If Kabam might have their own reason that they don't want to share with me or with others, that's fine. I think 5 days for Alliance Coliseum, boom, good. I think it's probably like pretty good. I'm sure there's some future iterations that could come up with. I'm not saying it's perfect for the rest of its the duration of the game, but I think it's really, really good. The rewards are phenomenal. And then on the solo Coliseum, I've given them this feedback as well too, and I'll continue it here. Is I think leaderboards would be fantastic as far as, you know, like Hilgendorf right there has a phenomenal run. He's one of the top 10 best with champion, I don't know, walking tours. I think that'd be really cool. People get really into their own champions, and I think embrace that. You know, you guys have heard me talk about this for months now, that MCoC is at its best when it's highlighting and it's about the champions and giving people places to play them. One of the reasons I like Coliseums, I think it's giving people a chance to play their champions, right? Like in Battlegrounds, it's a pretty select group of champions if you want to do really well in it. Most people don't enjoy losing, so they're going to gravitate to those champions, or they're going to stop playing Battlegrounds. I think Coliseum gives you a place to have so many more champions at use and do really well with them. And then, like, if you end up, let's say, in like the top 10 with walking tours, you get like a cool walking tours like profile picture that you can proudly run. Not only is it your champion who you love, you're great with them, and you've been telling everyone how good they are, right? Now you've finally done it, but now you get to put on your profile picture too. I personally think that would be amazing, but I don't know if you guys noticed, I don't run Kabam, so you've hated it so far. Everything has been anti-sentry. Miku, I can't argue with that. And so I won't. Need the Vega OnlyFans. My understanding is you can make a lot of money there, man. You can make a lot of money on OnlyFans. Rasha, what's up? Thank you so much for being here. I think that's Rasha. Designer. Apologize, said the wrong thing. 9.2.1 unit glitch is a string operation or just Kabam incompetence? I have literally no idea. I don't know what 9.2.1 unit glitch even is. One of the phrases that I've more and more in my life tried to implement is, oh shoot, you know what? I can't say it because it's going to come out really insulting. I don't mean insulting. Is probably some sort of string error thing, bug. And yeah, like one of the things we've talked about on my Discord a lot, and we talk about more and more in videos and streams, is like, we choose to play this game. That doesn't mean we deserve bad service or rudeness or contempt or anything like that. Absolutely not. I will never stop with that. But what it does mean is like, like on my Discord, we gripe, we complain, we gripe, we make a lot of jokes, but ultimately like that, but we're still enjoying the game. If someone isn't, I'm not going to try to convince them that they should. But ultimately we still enjoy the game. We'll make fun about this sort of stuff, and then we're like, oh, okay, cool. So anyways, what's the best option for this? And I think that's healthy, man. Like you think about like your friends and stuff, like you can get in an argument or people can do stupid things, but ultimately like you come back to it, So yeah. Caroline has just been she's been a tremendous security blanket in this. Deathless Thanos and Serpent are banned, so we're gonna go with the fridge. Absolutely, I think players would love being able to claim more kind of ownership over champs, is being able to really compete to their best. Oh, dude, Fel, honestly, I am so in on this idea that I truly hope Kabam implements it, or if they don't, I hope that there's like some really good reason why they can't. That's true. That is true. I guess you can't literally use whoever you want, but you can use how do I say this? There are champions that are really good in Coliseum type formats that aren't good in Battlegrounds, and I think that's cool. And also the way Coliseum is done, Walking Tours was really good. I literally put out another video on him today because I'm enjoying him so much. You could use him. You didn't have to use Gilly 99 or like I had as the number 1 champion. I'm not focusing enough at all. You guys got me chatting. This is your fault. This is your fault. I'm blaming you. But you could use the champion you wanted to use. Like I had a Mega Sentinel as the number 1 champion, right? I did enough. We tested a variety of champions. I got a good feel for what they could do. And I went with a Mega Sentinel because I felt like she simplified the fight the most. She wasn't necessarily the champion you could get the most bars with, but it just simplified it. She had so many armor ups, and that for me felt like the biggest challenge and threat of the fight. And does Sentinel have ability actually protection? I gotta check that after this. We absolutely got to check that after this. Sentinel ability actually protection. For Domino is why I'm wondering. And so I really like that about Coliseum. I think it just provides so much more player choice. I think I think it probably gives the designers more freedom, although they seem to like dabble in it anyways. It's been a long time since it's felt like they felt, because like remember when Shuri got buffed? That was around that time. Like Battlegrounds was pretty new, and it felt like Battlegrounds was just taken into consideration for so many things. I have not. I have not actually gotten the chance to test this matchup in Invade. This is one of the reasons why Mr. Knight's even still in my deck. So I just want to see this. I don't think it's going to go well. I think Photon's going to brutalize him. In which case, then we'll probably remove him. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm honestly hopeful that it does go well. There's the nodes really quick in case it goes well and makes its way into a video. Yeah, that's not good. No. What the hell happened there? I don't know what happened there. We got to reset my phone. That actually went better than I thought it was going to go. What were we at? We were at like 90% health. Shoot, that's annoying. He held up to, and I even missed the parry at the start of the fight. He held up way better than I expected him to. That is really surprising. He's staying in the deck, man. I will get back to the chats real quick. I think we've got a winnable one here, so I want to try to focus in. Focus in, focus up. Button it down. Oh, I forgot they had Kate. Oops. Oh, well. They're busy hitting all those pre-fights with Kate. Takes a minute. Man, Rincher wants to get intercepted. Look at that, dude. He's baiting me, man. This meta, do you actually want to throw that into block? I haven't used Jean on attack much. This is not going well. That went very poorly. Yeah, I don't think I optimized playing that though, Soups. But yeah, the energy resistance didn't feel good. The those Zola did their job. That's not an easy matchup. I know Kate Bishop's overpowered. That's not an easy matchup. There's no shame in that. That's for sure. What did I say? We were going to check if Sentinel has AA protection. Although you guys probably already answered this. Dyslexican, what's up, dude? That's a great name. You can use whoever you want in Alliance costume. That's also true. No AA increases for Sentinel that I can find. Oh, okay. Thanks, B. Is it weird that clicking sounds when he connects his sticks satisfy me? No, dude. Sounds like a. I mean, I get your point, but no, sound is an interesting thing, man. Plays into a lot of stuff with like our brains, man. Our brains are pretty fascinating things. And once you start like really cueing in on the various sound, like not to get too deep into it, but like I'm actually highly sensitive to sound in a variety of ways. It's I find it fascinating. You all probably won't, so we will move on. Went better than I thought it was going to. Yeah. There's not a lot Gene can't do, but that might be it. At max analysis, Sentinel gains 100% increased ability accuracy. But can Domino, is his analysis build up protected from ability accuracy reduction? In essence, what I'm wondering is, can you build up your charges without fear by heading into... I should just literally test it. Why am I complicating things? Occam's razor, dude. Occam's razor this shit. I realize that's not a perfect application of Occam's razor, but I thought it was funny, so we went with it. That must make music really interesting. Would love to hear more about that sound stuff. Yeah, so, okay, so that's not good. I have a feeling the analysis charges are ability accuracy protected. No, we're still getting crit fail. Maybe, you know what it could be? Because I think it was on Dex. If there is a increased ability accuracy, it could be on like personal effects, which I think does not include the precision from Dex. Looks like we still gotta check it out. Oh, you know, I do gotta reset my phone. Like I'm literally seeing it happen right here. I'm not actually going anywhere. I'm just gonna reset it. Give the game a minute to catch its breath. Give the hamster a minute to have some Gatorade. All right, that's plenty of Gatorade. It's a small hamster. Yeah. I'm glad we're testing this stuff out, especially for a champion that I haven't used. Oh, sound. Just like I'm a very social person. I enjoy socializing. Like I enjoy going to parties and gatherings and those sorts of things. That being said, and I don't think this is abnormal. I think a lot of people are this way. If there's like too much sound or like acoustics or those sorts of things, it can feel stressful. And so like I'll need to take some time to kind of like recalibrate to all the different sounds, especially if I'm trying to like really focus in on a conversation with someone or that sort of thing. Dude, Pepe, holy cow, you brought a party with you. Talk about big parties. I was talking about how I like socializing. I like big parties. Pepe brought the party. What's up, dude? Thank you so much for being here, all of you coming over from Pepe. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. We are, I got to do my voting. I had promised that, I can't find where you freaking vote around here, man. I don't know how to do it. Is it in the inventory? Okay, here it is. I had promised my viewers that I would vote for whoever they commented on the most in my stream synopsis, Kabam's live stream video. Pork Grind did win. However, from based on that sample size for that video, I think Storm has a chance to win because, you know, they're doing this in more of a tournament format where they're whittling it down. I think there is a large anti-Pork Grind contingent out there. and I think they will come together once they get over the, as cool as I think Phantasma looks amazing. Like if this was truly just up to me, I might be going with Phantasma, but I promised y'all I would do what you guys voted. So going with Port Grind. But Storm was not that far behind Port Grind from my views. We'll continue on with BGs as we make our way through. For those of you who just tuned in, I'm knocking the rest off. I haven't been super competitive in Battlegrounds for many, many, many months. So there's a lot of interactions and stuff, and the basic like swiping and movements and hits, hitboxes and spacing. That I'll admit I'm not up to snuff on those sorts of things. But we're streaming a lot again because of Twitch and what's going on here, and it's a lot of fun. And so the rest is slowly coming off, man. I don't know if Pepe was ever to come over himself too. I see so many of you saying hello, and I really do appreciate it. Pepe is the kind of guy that makes me want to start doing my my Battlegrounds tournaments again. Man, it sucks being underpowered at BGs. Trust me, dude. I have my free-to-play account. It's not even Valiant, so it's particularly bad. I have no expectations of being good in Battlegrounds, but I feel it. Like when the events were on and I would just try to get into the GC, dude, it sucked. It sucked to the point where I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. It's one of the reasons why I actually do like this meta. I understand why people don't like the meta, but I like that like people with 6 stars in their decks or a bunch of rank 3s have a reasonable chance to beat me. And I think a lot of it is the meta itself. Thank you, B, for pointing out some helpful guides from MCoC Encyclopedia. I'm going to check on the YouTube chat real quick, and then we will get back to the BGs. Okay, we're going way back in with the cosplaying as Bastion in the bathtub. Make sure the batteries are out. All right. Make sure I unplug it, right? Phil, absolutely. I think players would love being able to claim more ownership of the champs. Really compare the best. I just started for it. Dude, congratulations, Phil. Phil, are you back like playing, dude? Snoops, what's up? Yeah, I think I'll be able to stay on the YouTube side while I'm not watching for Twitch shops, simply due to the ad volume and length. Yeah, we're going back to something earlier. My one criticism, especially as someone who isn't in Alliance and only plays solo mode, it's like Phil knew I was going to ask the question, is not going to lie, it does kind of feel like a reskin EOP. I saw that. I saw that from some prominent YouTubers, and I think that's valid criticism. I liked the fight. I thought it was a cool challenge, so I didn't mind it. But I saw the criticism, and they're not wrong. That's for sure. Anti-pork grind contingent. How could you be anti-pork and grind, man? But I get it. I know work. I'm not trying to trigger you, man. Osito Polar. What's up, man? Thank you so much for being here. I love the name Osito. I've used it for various things in my life, like video games and pets and stuff like that. I'm obviously a dominant English speaker, but I know a little bit of Spanish. It's my heritage, Mexican. Okay. I should not be singing along to the song that's playing on in my background. I don't want Twitch being like, he played music that we cannot have. Oh, please get in time. Good. I can't believe I can't think of the name of the movie. K-pop Demon Hunters. That's what it is. Now we gotta go, Yelena. She's the better dual threat in this one. Thank you. I see all the people like now following and things like that. Really appreciate you, Pepe. Again, the chat's moving pretty fast, so I don't know if Pepe actually was able to come over himself or not. But Pepe, if you're out there, buddy, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you a lot. I think you know. There is the Cassandra that y'all have been telling me about. I'm not going to rank. I don't think right now I'm going to rank for another champion in this stream because I'm going to investigate Cassandra more. Too many smart players were saying Cassandra. Too many. This is why I went Yelena and why I've had a lot of success with her. Is she's so dominant offensively that people, I think, seem to forget that she can be placed on defense. You've seen me win multiple rounds with her in that way. And so, like, I just want to be prepared for it. Everything about that, though, made me want to take a different champion, but it just felt like the right call. It kind of feels like Jean Grey in a more typical meta, essentially. Where people assume you're going to use them one way, but you go the other. And it feels weird to select Spider-Woman as little as I am. But it makes sense. Ah, shit. All right. Thanks for everyone on the Twitch side welcoming people and stuff. I really appreciate you guys. So I did intentionally let that SP1 hit me. I was hoping for the heal to maybe kick in a little bit more. I think that's a smarter play. If you feel or you know for certain that it's not, that you should block the SP1. I can't dex it. But if you feel like you should block the SP1 of Nick, let me know. Maybe I should have let it hit me the whole time, and the indestructible maybe comes in if I have enough charges. But then he does put up a disorient, right? All right, focus in on this first. Imperiosa. I want to win. I would love to see Imperiosa smoke that Gene, because I want to see cool stuff out of Imperiosa. So this is a win-win either way. The only way this isn't a win-win is if I flub my end of the fight. But as long as I don't do that, I'm pumped up to see Imperiosa. I want to see what they can do. That's cool. No! I wasted valuable time. All right. Imperiosa has no unless I'm mistaken, Imperiosa has no reverse control immunity fighting Genes in this meta, yeah, again, I'm curious on your guys' thoughts. What's making Gene so brutal in this meta for me is, you're hitting into her block and you're not used to her going reverse controls or you going reverse controls from hitting into her block. And so I feel like you're getting her shield down so much faster that the lack of reverse controls immunity has now become a bigger deal for me. Most metas, I can handle it. I'm okay because I know when it's coming up. And so I can kind of mentally plan for it. This meta, when I've fought Jean against a Jean, she has been extremely difficult. Jack obviously is reverse controls immune. And so that feels much easier, much better. Hola, Pepe Pig. What's up, Sean? What amazing gameplay. I hope you're being serious. If not, I'll take it as a joke, but thank you. Much better take the Owen than to take it to the block. All right, cool. That's what I was thinking there. Glitch is gone. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Thank you for the chef's kiss emoji. Love seeing the emojis in there. Please add the angry Medusa emoji from Discord. I need to express this. Yeah, we can do that. I'll look to do that after the stream. If you're, what's the question here? Abs? We got an abs question? If there's an abs question, oh, here it is. Is abs were taking up even if he doesn't awaken? I would wait till he's awakened, man. Unless you just love him and you're just, you got to be really freaking good with him, dude. You got to be really, really good with him. My default advice is awaken high sig. We've talked a lot about those champions and like myself, the Illuminati. We're kind of prognosticating like where we think they're gonna land. And sometimes the 7-stars land better than we thought, and sometimes when they come 7-stars, they're worse. To me, he's just as good as we thought he was going to be. Even in metas that haven't been good for him in Battlegrounds, he's still been really good. His damage is excellent. It hasn't been seriously worse than like some of the other champions. Got to poke fun when it can happen. I know it's frustrating. So I think Abs has been everything I thought he would be, and maybe even a little more, to be honest, man. Thank you very much, Dyslexican. Like I said, a lot of the rust is starting to fall off. There's still going to be like newer defender matchups that like I just don't know that well, but I'll get there, man. I'll be watching Pepe. I've been watching Cantona. I've been watching Dread, learning from them, the more recent stuff, so I can catch up. It is tough keeping up with two chats. I was going to combine them into one chat work. A couple of people even recommended like some apps and plugins that I could use. And I still may eventually do it, but what I'm finding is having two separate chats is like forcing me to look and remember if I haven't looked at one in a while. So, hey, it's Boris. That's cool. Okay. Boris about to kick my ass. Shoot. Damn it, I'm going to have to deal with a Red Skull and a Nefaria. And they've got Maker. Crap. Feels really weird to take him first. I may regret that. Did we ever, did anyone know, can Carolina block the SP2 from Dust, and will she glance it? In other words, will that prevent Dust from going into Sandstorm? Because that would speed up that fight tremendously, because I'm not sitting there trying to bait the SP1s. I don't recall seeing a Dust in Boris's deck, though, so I might not have to worry about it. Hey, what's up, Boris? Good luck, dude. I hope you kick my ass, man. Or I hope we have a good one anyways. There's a nice deck you got here, Boris. That dude, if I forget to come back to that after this matchup, just repeat it. That's not spamming, man. Okay? So don't feel bad or don't hesitate to come back to it. Hey, thanks for being here, Mike. Appreciate it, bud. Thanks, Stat Dude. Appreciate you being here, buddy. But this sucks again. I wish we could trade stuff, man. I've got like 4 7-star skill awakening gems. Or 3 or 4. And this is after using like 3 or 4 recently. I was saying I'd give them away to people earlier in the stream. I thought Dust SPG did play sand, so you don't have to worry about blocking it. Is that what it is, dude? I'm just wondering if Carolina can like fully turn off that mechanic. I'm getting close enough to the. I think we're getting. No, we're still away from GC. Might be worth just testing or like trying to run a few friendlies because I'd like to see Hulkbuster in this too. I don't know. Pepe, yeah, Pepe is awesome, dude. Pepe's awesome, man. I got to meet him at the Battle Royale Brawl 3 years ago. And I was out there cheering my heart out for him. That was tough because it was him versus Finn, and Finn had won so many of my tournaments by that point in time. But I was just cheering. I was cheering for a lot of those guys. I just thought it was the moxie on them to get up on a stage and play like that. I thought it was really impressive. Pepe just seems so like comfortable too. All right. I think I may have messed up placing the fridge. I think I should have saved him for round 3. In general, thanks 34. Yeah, in general, there are some matchups though, like you want to play quite a bit, like more normally. Like I didn't expect to win this matchup, so. But yes. But in general, yeah. Out of your last 5 waking jumps, 4 have been skill 2. Yeah, dude, I just have been like... Yeah. Crap. I knew I was going to regret placing the fridge. Alright. I do hope... I'm Marge Simpson, basically, Snoops. I just both teams have a good time. So the Rust I was talking about, this is a matchup that I know is doable. I'm highly non-confident. There's a word there. We'll just go with it. You guys get the point on how to do this properly. No, like I said. Damn it. How is she still untouchable? She's a jerk. This is why no one likes you, Photon. How did she live through that, too? Oh, did Nurk hold Fury held down the fort? Yeah, dude, Nick will be doing that to you, man. And in this meta where you're trying so hard to like build something up or hit into the block, like Photon almost clipped me multiple times there because I was trying to build up my skip charges. I made a mistake earlier in the stream of I had a really beautiful fight against Sentinel with Deadpool X-Force. The one problem was I hadn't built up all of my charges. I didn't let him skip around enough. And so I was trying to do that. How do you do this fight in this meta? Like, it feels like you have to parry Photon, cause her miss, hit into the miss, so put that in cooldown and then go into it, which feels like you're going to take a lot of damage into the block. No, GG's though, Boris. That was a lot of fun, buddy. Thank you so much for the match, man. Do I awaken Nimrod or Scorpion with my Founder's Gem? I think if you're going like Sig 1 on a champ, Scorpion, you get a big benefit from it. And you're good to go, man, you know? Like, obviously, the higher the Sig, the more the heal you'll get back and stuff like that. I think Nimrod, you're really wanting to take him to at least a medium or a high Sig to do a lot of the stuff you want him to do. He's a beast in the Force. And, you know, we're talking about the 7 stars that are landing better than we thought they would. To me, Nimrod is landing in the game better than I thought he was going to. There was quite a few Illuminati who thought that. They're like, no, Nimrod's going to be a beast. And so, yeah. So I would go with that kind of thinking. I will also say I'm not using Scorpion nearly as much as I thought I would. I don't think that has a lot to do with him not being awesome. It's just I'm personally not using him a lot. Might because I only have him at Sig 1. I don't know. Can take Nimrod to Sig 140 for now. I think that's probably plenty. Right? Because and I did a video on this. I thought his, off the top of my memory, I thought his Sig only went up to 20%. And I think in doing the video on it, I realized it goes all the way up to 30, dude. 35. That's wild, man. So hop on, like, if you're not a paying member of Conchu's On, hop on cockpit.org or mcoc.gg. Take a look at the SIG and the way it scales and all that. I would, but yeah. Zemo would have clapped that photon. Miku, I thought you were a Sentry fan, man. Or is it Zemo and Sentry? El Capitan, what's up, dude? This is Twitch account new. Yeah, like the last week I set it up. And thanks to you all, we got monetized really quick. We got this stuff going, man. Peak. Oh, the peak. Is that gold, please? This meta sucks. It's about who survives, not who wins. Sometimes, man, all you got to do, it's about just showing up. So 90% of life is just showing up. There was a question, and I said to repeat it. Would you rank up Carolina Awakened, Irimposa Awakened? I am not familiar enough with Imperiosa to comment on her too educatedly, just to be fully forthright with you. So I would probably go Carolina. That being said, Carolina's Awakened ability, as it goes, opens up more fights where she's pulverizing the armor, and it is a nice damage increase for her Incinerate. So keep that in mind. I do currently think that Carolina is a better champion. I do think Imperiosa in most formats is going to be a tier 2 champion, though. That's very good. On my tier list, tier 2 is a very, very good rank. I also, but we're going way too, deep into the woods. I'm not even going to say it. I do think Imperiosa might get better. Let's just leave it at that. Got it, Miku. Thank you very much. Got it, Miku. Got it. I'm guessing that people have Punisher doing well here. There's not that many of them. I don't have him, and I'm not seeing a ton of them. The thing with Punisher is he's obviously a good defender. I think he's a good defender. Make sure I don't misclick while I'm excitedly talking. He's obviously a good defender. I think the thing that's holding him back from feeling dominant right now is that his, the quote unquote answer to him seems to be hero mutants, right? I think it's hero mutants. And so, or is it just hero champions and mutants? I can't remember. But there seems to be a fair amount of them already in Battlegrounds decks. As Battlegrounds continues to grow, I think so much of higher tier Battlegrounds is about the way you're constructing your deck and your bands, right? Like Boris there had a really nice deck. It felt constructed well. As I was looking at it, who I was going to ban felt difficult while I was trying to look for advantages. Yeah, shit. Not having Dark Phoenix, that's my biggest regret of 2025. Damn me and my stupid taking a stand. I said I was willing to pay the price for it. Yeah, all right. Hero mutants, yeah. Thank you, Boris. See, I can't remember if they have a Carolina. They probably do. If they didn't, I would have taken Zola first. Really appreciate so many of you hitting that follow button. Still getting familiar with Twitch, but I believe that is incredibly helpful. So thank you so much, all of you who came over with Pepe and have been hanging out and having a good time. There's Caro. Might regret that later. Remember how I said I might regret not taking Deadpool? Yeah, Dark Phoenix was part of a sale, pretty big sale in the spring, if I recall. And technically, you could. Technically, she was available for units, but it was a lot of units. I think it was like 35,000 or something. Well, we said we wanted to test this out. There's no time like the present. God, Carolina's beautiful, isn't she? Oh man, she's amazing. I don't know if we won that, but that was like, she's just... Ah, dude. How did they do that? I mean, well played to them, for sure. But my Elena's not doing that much damage. How did they do that? Am I playing my Elena wrong? I'm really excited to see how they did that. I'm not going to accuse them. I'm not accusing them because Elena's doing some crazy stuff. But like my Elena just, well, it's not fair. Sentinel's a tankier health pool. My Elena's not doing fights because you're gonna hit bullseye to SP1 unless maybe they got like a nice intercept or something. No, because he's gonna evade, and she doesn't counter evade till she's in her like special mode. Yeah, he caught me. Yeah, we lost. Damn. Jesus Christ, man, come on. I'm out here leaving my block open, and he's throwing heavies for some reason. Oh. Whatever. I've had good luck with the AI all day, so I'm due for a bad one. Yeah, Sentinel's tough. I don't think this is like an ideal matchup for her. The AI I got on there was kind of crap too. Whatever. It looks like I could have possibly won. So it is what it is. This is like my first pad one in a bit. Hey, what's up, Slinger? How you doing, bud? So they know the SP1 evade? Has anyone seen like yeah, has anyone seen like Pepe or one of the other guys do this fight? Yeah, I don't want to accuse them of cheating because I truly don't know. Right now I'm more just like dumbfounded impressed. Yeah. All right, let's do one more. I can tell that gameplay's starting to go a little bit, and I do need to get back to work, and I want to get out the I want to record the videos for this weekend too. So we'll do one more, and I guess I might just have to try to stream this weekend, man. I might just have to stream this weekend. Could because of their masteries. Yeah, maybe they're running something. Like when I see stuff like that, like when it's clear cheating, like 5 seconds or something, I'm like, all right, that's dumb. When I see stuff like that, I'm like, I think there might be something to learn here. You know, I want to try to learn from it. That's my first instinct. Not too shabby. That's a finish of work. So that's good. A long honeydew. Yeah. Yeah, no. Oh, it's cold where you live. All right. Oh, yeah, that's not quite as much fun then. See, I don't have in most metas. I don't have to blame Dark or ban Dark Phoenix. But in this one, the way it's played out, if I don't, I'm just done because all they have to do is ban my Nico. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen very few. As long as you can perfect block the SP1, you take very little damage. That's the only thing I could think of that they may have done. That still felt outrageously fast, but I'm not accusing them of cheating. You've done the same fight and won easily? Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Was it also similar to what we're saying here on the YouTube side? Is like perfect block the SP1? Don't cry for every fight for claiming cheating? Yeah, I agree. That's why I'm like, I'm not accusing them of cheating. I have no idea, Pomona, and I appreciate you asking. This is on the like every day I learn a little bit more about how to utilize Twitch, and yeah, there's like channel points. There's all kinds of stuff, dude. There's all kinds of it's yeah, dude. I'm new too. Like I've had a Twitch account because of McLinks actually. I should focus a little bit more. Yeah, see, they banned my Nico and my Kushala. Yikes. I personally use Guardian for Bullseye. I can get most of SP1 perfect block. Hey, what's up, Luke? I love Guardian for Bullseye. Is it good in this meta? I guess actually it might be. All right. I've not done this fight before, but it makes sense to me. Although with her combo... Yeah. I think I'm going to walk into a trap here. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure this fight's doable with a good score. If this is the AI you get, I don't think you're going to have a good score. Thank you very much for the subscription, buddy. Philip, great name. And what's up, Afo? But thank you so much, Filibuster. I really appreciate that. Dude, what is with these heavies, bro? Yeah. Well, they did better than me. Nice job to them. Oh, Dyslexic Kid, you're explaining Twitch. Thank you very much. I'll get back to that. This is my last one. As I said, like I could tell, one, I gotta go anyways, but gameplay is starting to go. So I don't want to stick around and just lose. What's up, Rakshi? How you doing, bud? Thanks for the hello. Thanks for stopping by. What's up, Elijah? Yeah, you know, it always sucks to tune into stream and have them say like, "I'll be signing off to right now." All right, have a great weekend, everybody. Yeah, still slogging, man. We'll get there. We'll get there. Woo! That was a close one. AI did go crazy there, man. Kendra, you know, though, if you think about it, if you were a rotting corpse and someone stuck two souls inside of you and then the various bugs made their way in, you'd probably be pretty ornery too. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I try to cut Kindred a little slack. Let's see here. I don't think either of us expected to be at this moment, so I have no clue how this matchup goes. Yeah, Captain Britain is good. Yes, Captain Britain is, especially for Battlegrounds, worthy of rank 4. Yeah. Is there a good way to take that fight? Ah, we were actually not that far off. Is there a way for Deathless Thanos to take Deathless Thanos? Like, as I was in there, I was trying to figure it out. I've literally never tried that before in my life. And I was remembering the designer, like, talking about the one way Deathless Thanos is weak is if there's something that disrupts his flow or he can't counterpunch. And I was like, yeah, this feels about right. Like, I really don't want to utilize the counterpunch here. And also, I am constantly like my flow is just disruptive, and so that is completely slowing down my ability to do damage. Sacrifice electrons for fury builds up to shorten the fight. Yeah, maybe I should have just done that, huh? It's not a matchup I intend to take very often unless we find out it's actually a good matchup. But I don't think that's a good matchup. But that's probably the better way. Thanks, Luke. Of course, everyone, thank you so much for being here. Damn, I got an hour. Sorry, Pomona. Got to get extra half hour to get those juicy words. All right, let's find a great streamer for you all to raid here. Let's raid someone on both sides. Some. So guys, I'll be honest. The only person oh no, wait, Lefty's streaming. Everyone go follow Lefty. Outrageously entertaining. Give him a follow. He's one of the MCoC, of the English speaking crowd that got this started, got people on Twitch. So let's go give him a raid and please let him know that I said hello. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here. I know that we got the follows. I'm sorry. I am still getting used to putting those up on the board. So thank you, everyone who did that. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I do intend to stream either Saturday or Sunday. We'll see when that happens. And I hope you all have phenomenal weekends. Take care. Bye-bye.
This is what we have to deal with in Battlegrounds. This is exactly what Kabam chooses to turn a blind eye to. Wasted 30 seconds of just not doing anything.